Hey guys, what's up? Welcome back to the channel. It's Cynicalex, and there's a bunch of events going on right now in the game with some new rewards. There's some new things in the shop that I want to talk about, and also there are new data mines and leaks. This is just going to be an MFF catch-up news video to get you all settled with what's new and what you can expect to reward yourself with in the coming days and weeks in Marvel Future Fight between now and I guess the next update sneak peeks, which should start happening in about 10 days or so. So first things first, we got a 7-day check-in event. Pretty straightforward, just some bios, some crystals. 100 crystals is pretty good, nice. And some other tier 2 materials. We have the gold bonus mission, which I do want to make a little bit more fuss about than usual because of the reward at 30 million gold spent. Now, I know it's a lot of gold to spend, but you really should always be floating. You should always be saving up at least 10 to 20 million gold on any given, like in any given situation. Never let your gold amounts get lower than that, because then you're going to want to blow them and spend them on these types of events. Because for this one, they've added a 5-star rank up ticket for free. This is especially good because for those of you that were spending the event tokens, we just had the Shang-Chi event shop finish. For those of you that were spending tokens to get the 5-star rank up ticket, you can save those tokens next month and get something else. So this is a really, really good reward. We still have the legendary to mythic comic card. We have lots of tier 2 materials for, you know, building up native tier 2s or doing enhancement from 60 to 70. So really, really good rewards here just for spending gold that you would normally spend rolling ISO 8, you know, upgrading Uru, so on and so forth. You still probably want to synergize where you spend your gold. You don't just want to start spending gold randomly to reach 50 million, because you do have about a week to do this. But yeah, it's still a really, really good reward, and it's free basically, because you got to spend gold anyways. Then we have these event world bosses that are pretty easy at this point, except unless you're a brand new player, and they're going to rotate between Black Lord of Ebony Maw and Corvus and Proxima. Spend some energy, you actually get back gold. You get like 100,000 gold per run, and they're super easy. So this kind of synergizes with the gold event there. We've got a vibranium gift chest. Don't really worry about that. It's just a one-time good luck type of thing. Most people are just going to get some black antimatter, some chaos Nornstones. The lucky few of you are going to pull like a mega tier 2 ticket or whatever. And then we have a character ranking for White Fox. So that's all that's going on right now in terms of the events there. But that's not all that's going on in terms of things in the game, because we also have some familiar returnees. So we've got the Cosmic Core coming back. You guys know how I feel about this game mode. I think it's awesome. I think it's really, really fun. You basically just play the game the way you normally would, and you build up cosmic energy, and then you use that cosmic energy to roll. You either get a 1, 2, or a 3, and then you slowly build up to your final reward, in this case 250 Phoenix Feathers. Now obviously I don't want 250 Phoenix Feathers, so I'm going to be re-rolling this for free in 2 hours and 50 minutes, hopefully trying to get a CTP, trying to get some tier 3 materials, or maybe even the upgrade ticket. I might actually want that. So yeah, my advice to you is save up your cosmic energy until you have at least 2,000 and you have a reward that you want, and then go for that reward. If you end up on the last day and you've re-rolled, you know, 5 times and you don't have any good rewards, you could spend a couple of crystals here and there re-rolling for rewards, but in general I wouldn't pump more than, you know, 300 crystals, which is 4 re-rolls into the Cosmic Core. It's just not worth it unless you have a lot of crystals to play with, right? So that's not a suggestion that I'm giving to free-to-play players or very, very low spenders. That question to that advice to spend crystals is for the mid spenders and up. But yeah, some easy ways to get Cosmic Core besides just doing your regular dailies would be to have saved your squad, your Shadowland, excuse me, not squad battle. So you can see there my Shadowland, not my squad battle. My Shadowland is at level 1 or floor 1. I can just grind all this up in the next couple of days, given that you have the time to do that, of course, because it's going to reset in 2 days, but that's going to give you 10 energy per floor. So if you normally go 35 floors, which is what a lot of players end up stopping at, that's at least 350 cosmic energy. It's not bad at all. So yeah, saving your Shadowland, and then grinding out either DRX, World Boss Invasion, or Giant Boss Raid. Any one of those game modes is going to give you a 1-to-1 return on your cosmic energy, I believe. Yeah, it does. So there you go, and that's how you would do that and get more cosmic energy to get more free rewards. The rewards on the way to the final reward aren't bad either. Like, you've got some gold, you've got some tier 2 materials. It's not much, right? But it adds up. If you do this, if you can complete the Cosmic Core at least, let's say 3 times, then you're looking at a pretty decent chunk of rewards. You're looking at, you know, that's 40,000 gold, so it's over 100,000 gold for doing it 3 times, plus all the other stuff. plus the much better final reward, 1.5 million gold, etc. And then we have in the shop, we have this new sale. I didn't want to make a dedicated video for this, but I did tell you guys that I wanted to talk about it briefly. We actually have this one as well, this growth material. I actually like this just a lot because it's fairly straightforward. You're just getting resources. So I might actually buy some of these later on, but I wanted to, oh, it's gone. It's gone. Huh. Okay. Well, can't talk about it anymore. It was that pack. Wow, they put it on sale for such a short amount of time. That's crazy. It was the pack that had the 3 cards. It had the Luna Snow card, the White Fox card, and the Crescent card. It had these 3 cards and 1,000 crystals for like $80. I think it was $80 US because it was $110 Canadian, or maybe it was $100 US and it was 140 Canadian. I can't remember currency conversion. Anywho, my general advice, if that sale ever comes back, or if a similar sale like that comes back where it's giving you 3 premium cards and a bit of crystals, obviously it's a very expensive purchase, so free-to-plays can't do it, low spenders can't do it. But for those of you who were considering it but didn't jump on it, this is my general advice to you, is if you need 2 out of the 3 cards, then I think it's worth the purchase. If you don't need to, like if you only need 1 out of the 3 cards, then the purchase becomes a little bit harder to justify. However, keep in mind, I spent like roughly $400 buying crystals and then opening up chests like this, hoping for the Luna Snow card. And then when I failed, I would go to this chest where you get the premium tokens, and I was hoping for the Luna Snow card. And it took me about $400 to finally get it. And people have similar stories of chasing the White Fox card. Now again, if we get a sale where it's like, the 2 Black Panther cards and the new Avengers card, it's obviously way less worth it than these 3 cards, because these 3 cards, you can't get them anywhere else. Whereas, this card you get from the legendary battle, this card you get from the legendary battle as well. You sort of get what I'm saying. But in the case of those 3 cards, it really depends on whether you're going to use them as well. Like, are you going to equip these cards? Are you going to craft them? If the answer is yes, and you need 2 of those cards, then I do think it's worth the investment. Again, it's an investment for people who are looking to play the game quite seriously. That's another thing I wanted to say. If you're more of a casual player and you spend money, but you just want to play casually, then it may not matter to you, what your cards are that much. If you're playing casually, then it may not be justifiable to you at all. In that case, don't even bother. And of course, for those of you that spend less, don't even bother. Eventually, right, the law of averages says if you play the game long enough, eventually you're going to open this chest enough times and you're going to get the cards for free. It could take you years, but you will get them for free. That's kind of the point of the grind, rather than dropping $100 to guarantee it. Last thing I want to talk about here really quickly, I wasn't going to make a video. I didn't want to make a dedicated video to this, but I can bundle it up with all this other information. This is the data mine that you can find in full detail. I don't want to go through it entirely, but you can find it in full detail on Reddit. And this is basically a DATAMINed event like we had for the Authority CTP when the Silk and Quicksilver summer uniforms came out a couple months ago. If you guys don't remember that, we basically had those ice creams. We had the red ice creams, the blue ice creams, and the purple ice creams. And you could exchange them for various boxes, and you had a chance to get various items. There was a regular CTP of Authority, there was a Mighty, and there was a Brilliant. I never got the Mighty or the Brilliant. And then you could use CCF to craft the purple ice creams, and you could also farm them from Dispatch. So basically, this looks like a similar situation, a similar setup here, where you have blue and red and yellow. There's like Kumiho beads. I believe that they're like Kumiho beads, referencing White Fox. Do we have Kumiho beads? I don't know. Maybe I'm wrong. But basically, there's some sort of event, and you can see there. I wanted to bring it up because I made a video on it as well. You can see the P card, the premium card selector, is there. You also have a random CTP also there. It's going to be interesting to see when this finally comes out. What do we need to do? You can see there. So this is a guess by the data miner. This is why I didn't want to make a dedicated video on this. So don't panic. They're just guessing that it's going to be non-guaranteed with a 1 times hard cap. It's definitely possible that that's the case, It could be something else entirely, right? We have no idea, but essentially you're going to need to collect these different colors, and then those different colors, you can basically imagine this as the red ice cream, the blue ice cream, and the purple ice cream, right? And then just plug in them to these other chests. Of course, this chest would be like the chest we had that would drop tier 2 and tier 3 materials. It has a daily cap on it, and you have to spend the ice cream cones that correspond to it. Same kind of thing. The only sort of monkey wrench here is that it seems like you have to use mythic cards as part of the material combination. You can't see here because it's cut off by the space thing, but it says materials used over here, right? It says materials used. So I'm not 100% sure what they mean by that. Last time around we had to use CCF as a tier 3 material. Maybe this time around they're testing out with something else. They're like, okay, maybe CCF is a bit too difficult for newer players to farm up, so they're, you know, excluded from this crafting event. So we want everyone to be included. So we're just going to need you to use your tier 2 mutant materials, feathers and Mcron crystals, to craft mythic cards, and then use those crafted mythic cards to craft these boxes, to craft some of these boxes here. This is pure speculation. None of this is guaranteed. We might not even be seeing this at all. This could have just been a dummy event that they put into the game. They put into the files here to throw us off their scent. Who knows? Or maybe they wanted to do this event, but they didn't have time, so they scrapped it. I have no idea, right? This is all pure speculation, but it'll be interesting to see if that's the case, because it's kind of true. As much as I enjoyed burning my CCF, because I have like 11,000 now again, and I have nothing to do with it, it did make the event kind of semi-exclusive. There were a bunch of items that you could still grind for and get by playing Dispatch and not having to burn any CCF, but you couldn't really go for, let's say, you couldn't go for that random CTP box, which cost like 20 purple ice creams, and you also couldn't really go for the brilliant authority at all either. So it wasn't exactly exclusive. The entire event wasn't exclusive, but it was like semi-exclusive, which I guess, you know, isn't the best case scenario. So we'll have to wait and see. Basically, the only advice, and again, take that with a grain of salt, a little asterisk, the only advice you could really get from this is maybe hoard your mythic cards. So if I had seen this, or if this had come out maybe a week earlier, I wouldn't have done that video ruining my Luna Snow card with 106 rerolls. Just to give you guys an update on that in case you're still invested like I am, I ended up re-rolling it again, and I got 5 quality with HP and the proc, which is really good, but still worse than what I had. I realize now that I gave up a lot for a little. Basically, because the card also has max HP here, I gave up 1.5% max HP to get back 5.7% max HP. But I also gave up 1.5% all attack. I gave up 1.5% cooldown, 1.5% dodge, all that for just 4% HP. Probably not worth it. But yeah, you live and you learn. That's sort of the moral of the story here. Oh, we have an unequipped discount. That's cool. So anywho, hit me up in the comments. Hit me up in the comments down below. Let me know what you think of these events. Let me know what you thought of that triple premium card sale, if you bought it and why, or if you almost did and didn't, why not? And then what you think of the Datamine event, crafting event. Are you gonna hit it up this time? Did you skip the one last time? Or are you waiting impatiently like I am? Thank you so much for watching the video. Smash the like if you enjoyed it, and I'll see you in the next one. Take care.